up everybody, my name is BVMSerious and welcome back to another Pokemon Go video. Today we're going to be checking out a brand new feature that had just been introduced into Pokemon Go very recently, and that is the Daily Adventure Incense. So this is actually apparently a special kind of incense that you can get every single day. It actually lasts up to 15 minutes, and this special incense actually attracts Pokemon that you don't normally run into in the wild, or at least not on a daily basis. So I'm actually very excited to check out this brand new feature. Apparently it has also been reported by other Pokemon Go players that you're actually able to find the Galarian versions of the legendary birds Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. So hopefully we'll actually find one today, and hopefully we'll actually be able to catch one, because apparently they have a very high flea rate. So if I do end up finding one, I'm really hoping I can catch it. Also, when you use the Daily Adventure Incense, if you have fewer than 30 each of Ultra Balls, Great Balls, and regular Pokeballs, then you'll actually get up to 30 free Ultra Balls, absolutely free. So, however, the only ways you won't be able to get them is if you have more than 30 of each of those balls, or if your inventory space is near full. So this is actually going to be pretty interesting, and with all that stuff out of the way, let's go on ahead and jump right into it. Alright, so we are currently in the game right now, and we are going to, in order to actually get the Daily Adventure Incense, it's actually part of a special research. So all you have to do is just claim the incense, like we're doing right now, and then just claim the free XP that comes with it, and done. So now we are getting into the first set of this special research here. We have use one Daily Adventure Incense, and you use Daily Adventure Incense to help catch 10 Pokemon. So we do get 15 minutes on this, so let's make it count. And apparently one of the tasks has already been completed for me, so I forget what that was. But anyways, we're just going to go ahead and claim that. Alright, so now that we have our Daily Adventure Incense, we're going to go on ahead and activate it. And in order for it to mostly work, you have to be walking around in the real world. So, okay, so apparently there's like an icon here, and then we can just activate it right away just by clicking this. Alright, yep, we're going to go on ahead and use it now. So let's go on ahead and just kind of walk around here. So we got like a special blue mist that's on us. I definitely want to check out this Corel real quick, even though it's not part of the Daily Incense. It's not shiny, unfortunately. Just need one more of those, and I can actually get the shiny. Okay, so our first incense Pokemon is a Bidoof. A little unfortunate, but you know, we're going to go on ahead and catch it, because why not? Because we do actually need it for the research. Ooh, a Doduo. Okay, this is a little bit better than the Bidoof. But this Doduo, unfortunately, is not shiny. But again, we are catching it for the research. Next Pokemon on the instance is a Yungoos. Okay. Not shiny either. But again, we are catching it. Skitty. A Staravia, I think this is. Yep, okay. This is on our Daily Incense. So I guess we'll go ahead and catch this as well. Okay, now we have a Whismur on the incense. Next Pokemon on the instance is a Buizel. Okay, this is a little bit better. I'm actually beginning to believe that the Pokemon I get on this Daily Adventure instance are the ones I do normally find in the wild, which if that's the case, then that's a little bit of a disappointment. But at least finding a Buizel on the Daily Adventure instance is actually a bit promising. So, and we'll see what the next Pokemon is on the Daily Adventure instance. It is a Yanma. Okay. It's just a Chinchou. It's a bummer. Up next on the free Daily Instance, we have Ducklet. And we now have a Pikachu on our Daily Adventure Instance. Ooh, here we go. Here's something a little bit better for us, a Meditite. I mean, I know it's not exactly something I need, but essentially I kind of do need it because I want to get XL candies for Medicham. Ooh, here we go. Here's something a little bit more promising, a Blitzel. I'll take that. A Marshtomp. Okay, so we at least completed the first set of the research here, so we will claim both of these things here. And I just want to make sure I'm not missing out on anything. Yep, there's a Makihita right here. I'm going to catch this real quick, and then we will claim the research. Alright, so we will now claim the research and see what the reward Pokemon is, because I actually don't even know what it is. Ponyta, okay. And we now have a Starly on the incense. Ooh, here we go. It's a Floatzel. Wow. Okay. Ain't something I normally see every day. So we're actually going to go ahead and check out the second set of the research here, see what all we got. So we have use Daily Incense to help catch 100 Pokemon. Oh my. Walk 10 kilometers and use 6 Daily Adventure Incenses. Wow. Yeah, it's definitely something we're not going to do in one single day. But yeah, we got a Hop Up now on the Daily Adventure Incense. Now we have another Whismer. Oh, okay. This is actually a little more promising. We got a Seal on the Daily Adventure Incense. This is something I normally don't run into a whole lot. And plus I am still looking for one more shiny of this one as well. Ooh, here we go. Here's something I'm really thrilled about. This Phantump on the Daily Adventure Incense. And this is something that is worth getting, because Trevenant, the evolved form of this Pokemon, is actually really good at PvP. So definitely getting this Phantump for that reason. And last but not least, we have a Snubbull on the Daily Adventure Incense. Let's see, we might be able to get one more Pokemon to spawn in, possibly. Then again, maybe not. Ooh, we do, actually. It's a Lumineon. So just barely, we got at least one last Pokemon to spawn right in. And it is actually a Lumineon. Wow, this is pretty interesting. Not like it really means a whole lot to me, but we are going to just catch it anyways, just for the heck of it. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about the haul that I actually got. So, technically speaking, obviously I missed the Lumineon on this list because that was like the last Pokemon that came up right as the timer just ended. So technically speaking, I got 23 Pokemon, which is actually not bad for a 15-minute incense. But out of all the Pokemon in this batch, I'm actually quite disappointed. I was really expecting for some more unique Pokemon to spawn, but I guess really it only just provides a chance to get Pokemon that you normally don't run into in the wild, but usually but it seems that I've only gotten Pokemon that I do normally find in the wild. The only Pokemon I was really interested in this batch were obviously the Buizel and the Floatzel, because you don't normally find those in the wild unless you're like by water or something. The Meditite I'm interested in because I'm still working on an XL Medicham. And definitely the Phantump. The Phantump, I think I was probably most excited about that one more than any of the other Pokemon in this batch. And also the Seal, because I don't normally see a whole lot of Seal in the wild either. So, unfortunately, no Galarian Birds. Hopefully we actually do run into them, and if I do, hopefully I'll actually catch them, because I think that would be really cool if I did. But yeah, that is pretty much our daily haul for the Daily Free Adventure Incense for today. So now that we got our Daily Adventure Incense run out of the way, I want to go ahead and share my personal analysis on the 3 legendary Galarian Birds and just how good they'll be for Pokemon Go. The first of the 3 we're going to talk about is Galarian Articuno. Now, Galarian Articuno is actually going to be pretty decent. It does have access to the fast moves of Confusion and Psycho Cut, which are actually really decent, and for charge moves, it also has access to Future Sight. Now, the one thing that all the Galarian Birds have in common is that they all have Ancient Power and Brave Bird for charge moves. Now, these are decent, not so much Ancient Power, because none of the birds benefit from this move as a stab move, and unfortunately, a while back, Ancient Power actually did end up getting nerfed, so it's really not that great anymore. But Brave Bird is a very hard-hitting charge move for the raid, and especially even the PvP aspect of the game. But getting into the raid aspect for Galarian Articuno, it's going to be decent. Having access to Confusion and Future Sight will make it a decent psychic attacker, but it's not going to be nearly as great as things like Mewtwo, or Espeon, or Latias, or even Metagross. So if you have those Pokemon, it's better recommended to just use those. But Galarian Articuno is not going to be a terrible Pokemon to use in raids either, if you do end up having it. Now, focusing on the PvP aspect for Articuno, because of its access to Psycho Cut, it's going to be able to gain energy very quickly. Psycho Cut is one of those really high energy gaining moves that will allow you to be able to build up a lot of energy and get to those charge moves very quickly. And in this case, Ancient Power is going to be the best shield baiting move for Articuno, as Brave Bird and Future Sight are going to require a lot more energy, and if you want to be able to get shields without having to waste a whole lot of energy, it's better to build up to Ancient Power through that. But yeah, Brave Bird is going to be the best option for Articuno, especially alongside Ancient Power. However, according to pvpoke.com, I actually took a look at its rating, and its rating is very low just because of the fact that it's going to lose to a lot of the more top meta Pokemon like Galarian Stunfisk and Bastiodon and things like that. So that's the reason why it's got quite a bit of a low rating. At least for like the Great League and in Ultra League, it's still a pretty low ranked Pokemon for that. But I feel like that there's a lot of potential for Articuno because of its access to Psycho Cut. The next of the three birds we're going to talk about is Zapdos. Now, Zapdos is actually going to be the most promising of the three birds, at least in terms of the PvP aspect, which I'll talk about here in just a second, because of its just well-rounded coverage. But focusing on the raid aspect for Zapdos, because of its access to counter and close combat, it's actually going to make Zapdos a very decent fighter. But again, it's not going to be nearly as good as some of the other fighters like Conkeldurr or Machamp or even Lucario. So if you have those Pokemon, it's better to use them with their best recommended movesets. But Zapdos with the moveset of counter and close combat is not going to be terrible either. Now, focusing on the Go Battle League aspect of the game, Zapdos only has access to the fast move counter, which is okay because counter is actually a very decent fighting fast move, and it also offers pretty decent energy gain. So yeah, Zapdos is going to be hitting a lot of Pokemon quite hard that are weak to fighting moves with counter, and not only that, but you're also going to be gaining a nice substantial amount of energy to be able to get to those charge moves. However, apparently Ancient Power and Brave Bird are still going to be the best moves, but that's okay. Counter is still going to be able to hit hard against things that are weak to fighting. So the reason I say Zapdos is actually the better of the three is because it's actually the better ranked on PvPoke.com in terms of the Great League and Ultra League. Galarian Zapdos has a higher rating than Articuno and Moltres because of the fact that it's able to cover quite a bit of the meta. Especially for like the Great League, it's going to be able to very well handle things like Bastiodon and Galarian Stunfisk and pretty much anything else that is weak to fighting. And pretty much the same thing applies to the Ultra League as well. And the final Pokemon that we're going to talk about is Galarian Moltres. Now, Galarian Moltres is actually a Dark and Flying type, and the only Dark moves it has access to are Sucker Punch and Payback, which unfortunately, in Galarian Moltres' case, are really not that great. So I feel like there really isn't a whole lot of potential for Moltres as a Dark type. So in this case, you're better off sticking to those other Dark types like Tyranitar, Hydreigon, especially with that new Community Day move of Brutal Swing, and even Darkrai. Those are going to be your better choices. Now, focusing on the PvP aspect for Galarian Moltres, Sucker Punch and or Wing Attack are decent moves, though I feel like Wing Attack will be a better choice because a lot of Pokemon in the meta are pretty much weak to flying, so Wing Attack is going to be mostly better in that case. And it also offers decent energy gain. Both of them offer the same amount of energy gain and damage, but Wing Attack is going to be better in this case. And again, Ancient Power and Brave Bird are going to be the best recommended moves, but if you want to get really spicy with Moltres, you could actually run it with Payback. But you just want to be very careful with how you dance your energy around because your opponent will very likely want to shield the highest damaging charge move. So you'll likely want to run Ancient Power as a secondary move just so that you can bait out shields. But yeah, so far I think I really like this whole thing of the daily adventure incense because now I feel more motivated to actually get outside and actually walk around and try to find new Pokemon. Now, when I actually used my incense for the first time, the only exciting thing I got out of the incense was the Phantom, and pretty much everything else I got was practically a joke. Like, no kidding. But yeah, I think overall for like a first run that wasn't terrible, but I definitely will be utilizing this feature a bit more in the future in hopes that I can actually get the Galarian Birds and actually add those to my collection. And not only that, I also do hope to complete that special research as well. However, I will actually be doing that more off screen, if anything. And on that note, I'm actually going to go on ahead and I will end off this video right here. But anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. And as always, if you did, then please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Also leave a like and a comment, won't hurt either. But anyways, that is it for me today. I'm BVMSerious, and I hope you guys have a seriously amazing day. Thank you so much for watching.
Alright, check it out everyone. I just got a shiny Starly. So, honestly, I don't know how I feel about the kind of like shade of brown on it. Honestly, I think I'm probably more a fan of its original color scheme, but you know what? A shiny is still a shiny nonetheless, and we are going to catch it regardless. So we have the Golden Raz and the Ultra Ball, and boom, we caught it. Stats could be a little bit better, but like I said,